Hey folks, Nathan here from Star Wars Beyond the Films and Cloud City Casino, a Star Wars gaming podcast at StarWarsReport.com, bringing you a look here at Imperial Assault's Tyrants of Lothal expansion. Let's see what's in the box for this one. Well, of course, we have our skirmish map sheet, in this case for Lothal Wastes, the Tyrants of Lothal rulebook, and then your just, advertising pamphlet type thing here. We have a total of 14 new map tiles. We have a total of 24 new power tokens. We have ID tokens for numbers 24 and 25 along with the corresponding stickers. Our proof of purchase. 2 style tokens, as are being called here. We have 4 condition cards for wounded, but notice 5 condition tokens for wounded. For our reward cards, we have Hondo's Treasure, Bullseye, Tech Specialist, Wholeness, Nova Cell Leader, and Rough Rider. For our 2 supply cards this time, we have Missing Key and Locked Chest. We have 5 command cards, Spinning Kick, Wildfire, Signal Jammer, Pack Alpha, and Marked Territory. For our Imperials, for a class deck, kind of a cool Star Destroyer there on the back for these, we have the Overwhelming Oppression deck, which gives us Commence Landing, Redouble Our Efforts, Personal Flagship, Implacable, Thailanders, Tactical Mastery, TIE Fighter Patrol, Limitless Arsenal, and Indomitable Foes. Then, of course, we have our new heroes. We have CT-1701, aka Wildfire, right? 1701 like the Enterprise, kind of crossing over universes there, who has his regular hero sheet and regular deployment card. We'll look at the mini in a second. Along with him, Tress Haknua, Cybernetic Brawlers, so in her case, same things. The minis, our Brawler here, and then our Clone Trooper back there, our aging Clone Trooper. They, of course, each have their own class decks. So for CT-1701, we have Reload, Covering Fire, Strafing Run, Pin Them Down, Squad Tactics, Weakness Identified, Concentrate Fire, Wildfire, and DC-15S Blaster. For our Cybernetic Brawler, we have Eric's Variation, Minox Strike, Dianoga Sweep, Gundart Throw, Dragon Snake Variation, Acklay Counter, Fluidity, Crate Dragon Fury, and Reinforced Cyberarm. For our item cards, we of course have 3 tiers. Tier 1, Punch Dagger and Combat Vambrace. Tier 2, E11D and Mandalorian Helmet. Tier 3, Plastoid Armor and Bow Rifle. We have our skirmish mission cards there for Lothal Waste. We have Blitz and Fluctuations. Then we have our side mission cards, or mini campaign cards, whatever you want to call them here. We have Call to Action, Sands of Selos, Duel on Deveron, Siege on Geonosis, Race on Ryloth, and the Final Order. Interestingly enough, even though this is called Tyrants of Lothal, not all taking place on Lothal, obviously. It's more focused on Thrawn versus the Spectres more than anything else. Then our agenda cards. For Weapons Division, we have Gas Canisters, Prototypes, and Ongoing Research. And then for War of Attrition, we have Acceptable Margins, Costly Victory, and Selfless Devotion. As for our deployment cards and minis, while there are plenty of cool new minis that are provided to us within the expansions, the Ally and Villain packs this time, this is actually kind of light for one of these boxed sets. We had our 2 heroes, then we have a deployment card for Spectre Cell as a skirmish upgrade. Then we have our Death Troopers here. Nice looking, but easily confused with just a standard Stormtrooper, since they're unpainted, of course. But for our Death Troopers, we have 2 each of the regular skirmish and elite skirmish, regular campaign and elite campaign deployment cards, each of which is connected just to 1 trooper. And then we have Lothcats, 2 per deployment card. We have 1 regular and 1 elite there. Kind of cool looking there. And then, of course, as with all these expansions, we have a bunch of deployment cards that let us play with characters with tokens rather than minis. And if we want the minis, we pick up the Ally or Villain pack. So we have Zeb Aurelios there, Garazeb Zeb Aurelios. We have Thrawn, Hondo Onaka, Kanan Jarrus, Sabine Wren, and Ezra Bridger. And note that all of these, except for Zeb, have 2 different deployment cards, one for skirmish and one for campaign, whereas Zeb works for both. Interestingly, all the members of the Ghost crew have Spectre something under their name with their individual Spectre number, which actually plays into how you acquire and get to use these when you're playing either the mini campaign or with these as side missions, as expansions to a broader campaign. So a nice new mini campaign / expansion here, Tyrants of Lothal, focused very much on characters and situations we saw in the most recent seasons of Star Wars Rebels. Of course, that means that our next videos are going to have to be looking at the individual ally and villain packs that give us our characters currently represented only as tokens. It's a $45 product, though you can find it cheaper online. Again, Tyrants of Lothal for Imperial Assault.